Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day. A lot of crazy shit going on in the world, but here we're just trying to laugh and have a good time and just get through it.
I have a $1,200 car payment, and I would do it again and again and again and again. You're only on this planet once. While it's important you do smart things with your money, it's also important for you to enjoy yourself. You're paying a mortgage on your car. I don't care. I'm interested in cars, and I have a twin-turbo V8. In my 20s. Calculated decision. It's a give and take, it's a push and pull. So where I may overspend on my car, I underspend in other critical areas of my life. Like I barely buy myself new clothes, don't drink any alcohol, I definitely don't smoke any of that good stuff. So I may be $50,000 in debt, but it's my life.
Let me get this straight. We didn't learn at all, right? We didn't learn in the past couple of years about getting a high, crazy priced car from the dealership, right? We did learn in 2025, and here we are again, and we're still looking into cars that we can't afford. Do you know what people are going through in this economy? Do you understand how stupid that sounds? We're not talking about maintenance. We're not talking about insurance. We're not talking about any of that. See, let me tell you, the average car payment is now $700. Think about that. $700. Cars are now $50,000, okay? Now, instead of a 5 or 6 year loan, they were trying to sell you on an 8.5 year loan. Wow, sign me up. Who thought that was a good idea and said, hey, sign me up for the BMW Mercedes electric car pay plan? Who thought about that? Did you? Did you? Did you? I guess you did. Yeah. I know I can't afford it, but you know what? You know what? People are going to see me show up and they're going to be like, they're going to say, look at him go. We need to watch some videos so we can understand the stupidity that people are going through right now, thinking, I gots to floss, I gots to show up, and I cannot drive a Camry.
But I want it now!
In case you haven't been paying attention to the news, everything has been going bad. Layoffs. Everything is more expensive. Inflation. But no, let's not even talk about reality. Let's not even do that. Nah. All we gotta do is check our wallets and our bank accounts, and you will see your insurance is going up, your home insurance is going up, your medical is going up, your savings deposits is going down, that's for sure. Now, enter the chat the 100-month car loan. All right, can I hear the stupidity in the room? Can I? The typical new car now breaks the $50,000 payment. Do you understand that? There is no such thing as an affordable car anymore, okay? We don't have $350 cars anymore, okay? Those days are gone, all right? Let's stop talking about affordability, okay? Now, you might see an article and say, like, Mike, that's just bait. That's crap. And some of you might be like, well, Mike, nobody has $350 cars anymore. And why do you think that is? Why is there no $350 cars? Because the manufacturers decided to take you by your legs and shake out every last nickel and dime in your pocket. But that's just my crazy opinion. See, here's the thing. Here's what I need you to understand. If you're going to buy a car with a reason, if any reason, maybe that reason should be, I need to get from point A to point B. Maybe that should just be the first thing in your mind, okay? The first and only thing in your mind. Not, can you imagine what they're going to see when I roll up? Can you imagine what they're going to think about me? But let me tell you, everything's a luxury now. Even a Camry, even a fucking Toyota Corolla is now over $35,000. So, let me tell you.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Jerry.
No one cares that you just bought a new car. Let me just tell you that. Let me tell you one more time. No one gives up about your new car that you just bought, okay? Who signed up and said, I would like to financially destroy my life? Can I get some some help with this, please? People who do that, they just don't get it. There's no such thing as $350 cars anymore. We can't find them anymore because they don't want you. And everything's going fine and sweet, and you're driving that thing, and you're making your little payments, and then life hits you. Now, I don't know if anyone realizes this or is going to tell anyone this, but living in your car is not optimal. And I'd rather take that $1,200 and spend it on my mortgage and keep a roof over my head. Huh? Huh? Am I crazy? Anyone? Anyone? Am I crazy? Okay. I love it when I get to watch people destroy their lives for their own egotistical and pride. It is the best thing ever. I just get there with my popcorn and I'm... Okay? Because if you would think to yourself, Mike, I don't get it. I have the money to pay for this. People overspent and people overpaid in the last couple of years, and now that's coming to bite you because you can't turn in your car without being upside down on your value, and now you're going to take an extra $10,000 into that new loan. So please, by all means, sign up, sign up. I'd love to see those lovely monthly payments, what they look like with your fancy brand new car and those fancy expensive maintenance packages that you are not prepared for, because if you can't afford the maintenance, you can't afford the car. Let me say that again. If you can't afford the maintenance, you can't afford the car. Okay? Now, who knows what's going to happen next year? 2 years. Hell, do you even know what's going to happen in 5 years? You might lose your job. You might lose your house. A natural occurrence might come and just knock you off your feet. And then you finally get that time to do the maintenance that you need to. And then you hear, wait, it's going to cost me how much? $2,600 for what? What? Yes, and then something happens, and then you didn't save any money. You didn't do anything. You just spent it all. Huh? And now you're in a car that you can't get out of. And you're stuck with it for another 6 to 8 years. Congratulations, everybody. Great job. Great job. Now, please, people, you need to do the research and understand that an 8-year or 7-year is just insane, okay? This is what you're going to end up dealing with in the reality, okay? Because no one is ready for these commitments. They just think, oh, I got to floss to make my clients think I'm balling like that.
Why is BMW service so expensive? So I just got my first maintenance bill after the lease went up. I needed an oil change, a 30,000 mile inspection, a couple filters, a couple tires. It's $1,700 for maintenance. Is this what the men mean when they say I'm high maintenance? And I picked up my maintenance car, and now it's my punishment. So I asked them, I said, hey, can I put this on Klarna payments? Afterpay, Affirm, you know, when you get an expensive pair of shoes and you have a shoe note. And they said, yeah, you could do a payment plan. And I was like, thank you.
If you don't have an emergency or life fund, okay, this is where you're going to end up, okay, on the side of the road or at a really shady dealer, and you're going to get robbed.
Boom. So today she came in, her credit score was around 400, and usually I ask for 580 plus. And we was able to get her done. She said it was the fastest process that she done ever been through. Let them know your experience today.
It was a great experience. I wasn't here for 7 hours and 7 days.
Talk to him. Yeah. Listen, y'all, it's gonna be a quick process. At this point, bring me any credit score. I know the bank that I need to work with in order to get y'all approved.
I do too.
And for all my 580 plus credit scores, we still have 0 down, and I can get your first 60 days free. Same as I did her. Did I get any money out your pocket today? Not at all. 0 down with a 400 credit score. Y'all better tap in, Luke.
Well, figuratively or literally, okay? So, please, people, do your research, okay? Don't just think it's all, everything is fine and dandy, because, you know, it ain't. Now, please, tell me where these car dealerships where you're going to put no money down and you're going to get a great deal, okay? And affordable payments. That's how you know you're getting robbed. It's not real. tell me in the comments, where can I find these amazing deals, okay? This is where I don't want any of us to be in, okay? Getting hoodwinked and literally losing it all because our ego and pride got the best of us. Let me understand. This is your future we're talking about. Your goddamn future, okay? So don't wreck it just to look good and feel high on dopamine for 10 minutes, all right? You are going to be in a world unhurt. Do you understand? You'll be on like a 30 to 40% interest rate. Might not even get it because your credit's so damn bad, okay? So, this is your opportunity to save yourself and not be a fool because I don't even know how much longer people can afford regular payments. You're thinking, oh, it's 2026, it's a new year, everybody gonna see me, they gonna be like, ooh, who that driving there, huh? Oh, that's Mike. And then the reality's going to hit you, and you're going to have to open up your little wallet, and moths are going to fly out. Because a lot of you guys think that, oh, I can afford this. What are you talking about? Okay? This is crazy. Okay? I can make this happen. And you can't. Because if you can't afford the maintenance, you can't afford the car. Let me say that again. If you can't afford the maintenance, you can't afford the car. Okay? So everybody's getting these low class, low tier BMWs, 328i's. You are in for a world of hurt because things are not as simple as you think they are. Yes, you're going to get this huge maintenance bill from the specialized mechanics who deal with the European cars, and then you're going to say, I'm not paying that. I'm going to go down to the local Jiffy Lube, and they're going to work on my specialty car, and they're going to do just a fine job. Huh? And now, yeah, think about that. The next time you have someone up the street do it, you're going to be signing a waiver that probably limits all of the liability, and you voided your warranty. Okay? So these are great short-term ideas and solutions, which this country loves to just revolves around. How do I survive the next 3 months? Let me think about this. I'm going to fire people, I'm going to increase my profits, and I'm going to get a bonus because I fired everyone. So now we're all on the street, and your car still needs maintenance. It still needs to run, but you're going to be looking good. And now you know you're going to be in a real world of hurt when you start thinking to yourself, hey, maybe I can use a Klarna or a buy now, pay later app. You think because you can put it on a payment plan means you can afford it. You can't, okay? Because you're going to default on that. And then you're going to get hit with another 40% on the late fees because that is the whole system of buy now, pay later. You cannot afford it. That's why you're doing installments. And your bills are still going to stack. So tell me, how does this help you in the long run? Please, somebody tell me. Please, I'd love to know. If you don't want to be caught with your pants between your legs and you're bent over and the dealers are going to just take advantage of you like everybody else, can you imagine that? In a bad economy, things go up. I can't imagine why that happens. Huh? Why do things go up in a bad economy? Maybe you should do a little more research before you buy one of the high-end vehicles that you simply can't afford. Before you start thinking about, ooh, everybody's going to see me driving. Your financial situation is going to be so bad that Nigerian scammers are going to try to take your credit information, and they're going to say, you know what, Mike? Keep the credit. It's terrible. I don't want it. All right. I'll steal someone else's credit. Okay. That's how bad you're going to be. Let me tell you. Okay. Oh my God. I can't even believe this sometimes. Now, I'm not saying dealerships are perfect. They're scammers, and they deserve to go to jail as well. But that's not going to happen because you can't even buy a car anymore if you try and bring them outside financing. Think about that. They do not want to sell you a car. They want to sell you their loan packages because that is where they make their money on the kickbacks. The kickbacks, the moolah, the greenbacks. So, please, next time you have to get a car, what you need to do is actually think about buying a cash car. And then you're going to get insurance on your expensive car. And then you're going to realize really where you're at. Then you're going to start thinking, oh man, how do I start cutting down? Maybe if I cancel my $20 streaming subscriptions and maybe I just go buy food at grocery outlet or the Piggly Wiggly or wherever the hell you get your discounted groceries from, huh? Maybe you're just going to realize what kind of trip you're in for, and it's not going to be a good trip. Let me tell you, it's going to be a bad trip. If you know what I mean, a bad trip. Okay, so please, let me tell you, stop this, okay? Stop hurting yourself, stop hurting your financial future, and learn to live not even within your means, but below your means. Because when shit happens in life, and let me ask you something, when has shit not happened in any one of our lives, okay? Then you'll at least be somewhat prepared because you will have a real good grasp on your expenses. Let me tell you how I know, because I'm somehow surviving on $450 a week. Let me repeat that. I am surviving on $450 a week in one of the most expensive towns in Ventura County, California. Okay? It's not exactly on purpose because it was planned. Okay? My mortgage is $200. Can you imagine that? Over a third of your pay is now going to a transportation mode, a utility. But hey, YOLO, it's all good. Let's just live it up like there's no tomorrow, because why do we even need to prepare or save for the future anymore, huh? Can you tell me? You guys are going to be living a very hard life at this rate. I'm just trying to give you some advice because, you know what? I've been on this earth for 40 years and I know a thing or two about everybody is going to swindle you and get as much money out of you as they can. So, let me tell you, nobody wants to put money down. Shocker. Okay? I'm trying to save you. When you go into situations with no money down because you have no money, then the rates and bills are going to be even higher because you put no money down. Okay? So, please, let me try and just save you a little bit of heartache. Stay below your means, stay below your budgets, okay? And get a cash car. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much. And I do not want to hear about you guys getting a $1,200 car payment. That is insane. Thank you so much for stopping by today. And you guys have a great night.